MKIDDI Studios is a global creative company that brings brands, stories, and experiences to life through.
So I've been watching this Kate Middleton conspiracy theory drama unfold, and then something happened today that kind of blew my mind.
Behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behavior.
And don't even worry about this because what the Illuminati and the elites do is they take what God did and make it theirs.
One of your TikTok followers thinks that you're just a government spy.
So Manze, today we're reacting to some crazy TikTok videos. Thanks for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, follow.
Main glitter manufacturer company is called GlitterX, and an investigative journalist went from the New York Times to do an article about it. And there were a lot of top secret spots in the factory that they couldn't go to. There's a worldwide shortage of glitter, so Chris went to ask one of the higher ups, what's going on? Why is there a shortage? What's happening? He asked for a real tour of the factory, and the guy said, absolutely not. You cannot come on a real tour. We don't do real tours. And he said that you absolutely cannot see the glitter being made. He even said that you can't go to a room nearby and hear how it's being made. He said that even the companies that are their main clientele don't have access to these rooms and are not allowed to know exactly how the glitter is being made. But it's really suspicious that no one is even allowed to hear it being made. Now, the company that is the largest consumer for glitter was asked what it is, and she said, I can't even tell you. And someone asked, they said, if we looked at the product that you use to make glitter, would we know that it turns into glitter? And she said, no, not really. She said, they don't want anyone to know that it is glitter. Do you believe?
So what do you think about the glitter? What's mixed into the glitters? For the chicks, for the girls who use a lot of glitter, I think glitter is used for something. So you can comment down below and tell me what do you think it's used to make glitter, if it's okay for you guys, and why do you think they do not allow people to see glitter being made? So thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe and comment.
So I am stuck on the interstate. My car died on me. The tow truck is here. I come trying to get out. I can't even get out the vehicle. Tesla, y'all gotta do something about this. I cannot get out the thing. These people gotta pull me up because I can't even open the doors. This is it. Y'all can hear this car. I don't want it. Oh my goodness.
So what do you think her issue was with the vehicle? I think she should have charged her, but she was just using Tesla's music. Doesn't look better than no.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
Have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. What we are doing internally is, if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted. Okay, you have to force behaviors, and if you don't force behaviors, or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be.
So as you said, we have to force behaviors. He said we have to force behaviors. That's the CEO of BlackRock. So BlackRock owns many companies in the world. So you're supposed to be aware of companies. Also, you also have to know the regimes, know what they entail for you. So it's in good behavior. You have to force once you come on is that feeling natural for you. But anyway, this is the life you live and what do you live in? What can you do if you cannot, you know? So please.
The ancient Babylonian Medici family is possibly the most well-known black nobility family. They have been involved in the Vatican, banking, medical industry, secret societies, and Zionist. which is a political ideology. Medici Firma, an international investment firm, has branches in the United States, Switzerland, and Australia. They operate in collaboration with banks such as HSBC, Liechtenstein Global Trust, HNA Group, SoftBank, and BlackRock as a behind-the-scenes partner. Medici Firma utilizes a financial intelligence division to collect information on economies, governments, banks, and markets. The name Medici means medical. The family has been linked to practicing sorcery, and the word pharmacy derives from the Greek word pharmakeia, which means sorcery and poison. It's used in all of its contexts in Revelation 18:23, which is about Mystery Babylon. For your merchants were the great ones of the earth, and all nations were deceived by your sorcery.
Kuna history imeniinterest hapo. The Medici family. Who knows about the Medici family? If you know about the Medici family, apparently it's a huge family. They are into banks, um, medical companies, and what I find interesting is the Medici family in another movie about who was this guy? The Medici family. How is it? Something. I look for the movie. The Medici family is a very controversial family. They're very into so you need to look up these guys, man. Kenny Rada. Hey, manze, nasikia scientists are making now robots na kaa worms, manze. So hizi worms zitatumika for scientific or medical purposes, bro. So unaona ingia kwa brain, yani utakuwa unatafuta saa vitu kwa brain. Kama uko na shida unaenda kwa daktari anakwambia bro, tengeneza brain tukuweke kanini kakigunywa ni kakaworm tasnini kikuyu. So Kenny Rada, man. Sasa hapo.
So Baby X is a lifelike simulation of a toddler. Hey, are you excited to be here? She's actually seeing me through the web camera. She's listening through the microphone. Ooh, yeah. Baby X is about exploring the nature of how would we build a digital consciousness if it's possible. We don't know if it's possible, but we're chipping away at that problem. Hey, baby. Hey.
Problem is an understatement for what Mark's chipping away at. His vision of the future is one where human and machine cooperate, and the best way to achieve that, he thinks, is to make AI as lifelike as possible.
What's up? So, hi. So, what do you think about the story? Scientists create an AI replica of a baby that can grow and learn over time. Bro, okay, you've heard about Soros, so I will think a video about that. So, I think this AI thing should be really looked into. What was bebe lately? Nafaa kuwa regulated kwa sababu mimi ni nimechikichiki history ya tech na sora inakaa immediately. So I think AI is something very serious and something to be taken very seriously. So abo iangaliwe fiti man. Usikia scientist anasema this thing can grow and learn over time. No, he's giving the expressions. They're really working hard for the AI to get our consciences. So I don't know what you think about that, but if you're down for that kind of vibe, gonna chill na AI, gonna chill na marobots, zinakufulia nguo nini nini, nabonga nazo.
Anything else that might have done this? Could it have been a propeller strike, for instance?
No, we looked at it from a number of different perspectives, and you can actually see some small teeth rake marks around it. The interesting thing about it as well is that that bite, to me, doesn't look like it represents the full diameter of the shark's jaws.
You're saying that's potentially just the front of the jaw, a massive shark's jaw.
Can you see the jaw? Can you see? Imagine a shark. One shark imekuwa kuliko hiyo mtu wangu. Chiki wenyewe shark imedishi hiyo shark. Chiki ma bro. Wewe na wewe kielele yako unaendaga kwa ocean unaenda kusimu huko. Chagu fala. Manzi, chagu fala. Kaga huko mashosho. Serious.
Billionaires are prepping luxury doomsday bunkers with moats that set on fire. The newest trend for the uber rich is building underground shelters complete with $50,000 trapdoors, parking spaces for submarines, water cannons, and a moat that literally sets on fire in case of intruders. Here's a literal rendering of how it would work in case of an external attack. According to builders of these luxury bunkers, the buying frenzy began after Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg announced that he was constructing a $100 million bunker in Hawaii. It got really busy, and it seems like the phone hasn't stopped ringing. Ron Hubbard, CEO of Atlas Survival Shelters, told The Hollywood Reporter. Renderings show a state-of-the-art medical room, complete with an MRI machine and top-of-the-line equipment. Of course, a state-of-the-art escape tunnel is a must, and so are bulletproof trapdoors leading to secret passageways.
So what do you think about billionaires making luxury bunkers? We think it's okay. Suko na pesa yako. Kwa underground. Utengeneze. So what I'm saying is, if Mark Zuckerberg and Rick Ross and the others have money to build bunkers underground, let them go make them. We will come and join. So don't worry. Don't worry. You cannot stay. You cannot take this money with you. So Mark Zuckerberg, thank you for making the house. Rick Ross, thank you for making the house. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'll say. And for you others, continue making like something.
Fire. The newest trend for the uber rich is building underground shelters complete with $50,000 trapdoors, parking spaces for submarines, water cannons, and a moat that literally sets on fire in case of intruders. Here's a literal rendering of how it would work in case of an external attack. According to builders of these luxury bunkers, the buying frenzy began after Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg announced that he was constructing a $100 million bunker in Hawaii. It got really busy, and it seems like the phone hasn't stopped ringing. Ron Hubbard, CEO of Atlas Survival Shelters, told The Hollywood Reporter. Renderings show a state-of-the-art medical room, complete with an MRI machine and top-of-the-line equipment. Of course, a state-of-the-art escape tunnel is a must, and so are bulletproof trapdoors leading to secret passageways.
Ebu, mwacheni kucheza na Mungu bana. Sawa. Mnaona hii maji inatoa moto. Mwacheni jokes. That is what I'll say. Acheni mchezo. Sawa. Tuliona juzi kuna msi akona nini? Anapawa kijana na mawe. Mimi ningedema mawe kadhaa manzali mimi kana stima. Lipa stima si poa venye mnafikiria. Sasa hii mawe ingine kana moto ya kweli. Mtu wangu hizi tunachukua hizi mamawe kadhaa tunazika maji hizi mamawe za kweli manzi. Sasa tunafungua kampuni za kutengeneza Nasikia vile kale ka transformer ka stima kale kana digimdo nashikanisha mawaya bana artificial ah, natural energy mtu wangu bila hata kucharge, labda kucharge unaweka tu changa. Huh? You've been given opportunities here because these are stones that have steam, have electricity. Use them properly. Some my people. And if these stones are in Kenya ama Africa, msipatiane, mtupatie hizo namba. So,
the Pentagon has just released a 60-page comprehensive report on UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. And in it, the Department of Defense says there is no evidence of any alien visits to our planet. However, the DoD is developing, quote, gremlin capability to help personnel collect real-time UAP data. What's the top line? What is the takeaway?
What surprised me, first of all, is they've got very granular, very detailed into making rebuttals against some of these claims. They're actually talking about specific programs, alleged programs of reverse engineering. So yes, you're correct. They have denied that any of these investigations have resulted, quoting even one case of UAP representing off-world technology. I don't know what we expected them to say. I would give them credit that I did not expect this report to be so detailed. There are actual things we can grasp a hold of and say, okay, let's look at this, let's look at that. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that their boss is the same boss of the agencies they've been asked to investigate.
The government has released a 60-page document. 60 pages. 60 pages peke yake kusema hakuna aliens. So they could have used 80 ama 40 wakasema 60. So 60 means 666. 666 means 36. 36 means 68 times 36 7. 7 minus 2 means 6. Well, aliens. Bro, let's stop bunga down. Aliens are here. I'm calling.
Even one case of UAP representing off-world technology, I don't know what we expected them to say. I would give them credit that I did not expect this report to.
Oh, and for those who are expecting the US government to say, the alien, surely, unaweza kadri ijinga hivi kusema, ati billionaires will give people money for free. Bro, koga serious. So, billionaires are using these aliens to chill, get more powers, get even more new equipment, cheeky Bluetooth speakers, the aliens, headsets, the aliens, Bluetooth, huh? Watu wanapelekwa huko sijui Mars, watu hawaivali, huh? Nyinyi mnataka kuongea ati hapo kuna aliens. Mkijua wenye ati Mars kuna pool party, mtafanya kila mtu anataka kwenda Mars. Sio ujinga man.
This is interesting here. In Cambodia, there is this carving that's on a temple that's approximately 900 years old, and it looks like a dinosaur. And the thing is that we haven't known what dinosaurs looked like until the early 1800s. All right, over here we have the stones from Peru, Ica, Peru. And what's interesting about these is, and the controversy is that the rocks have dinosaurs on them. These are allegedly hundreds of years old. Here we've got one dated at 700 AD. And the problem with that is that there should be no dinosaurs depicted on anything prior to 1840, when we constructed and started to begin to understand what they looked like, unless people actually saw dinosaurs and then etched their figures on these stones. Did they have knowledge of dinosaurs? Did dinosaurs rule with humans? Well, from a creationist perspective, yes. From an evolutionary perspective, no, they're separated by about 60 million or more years.
Here in Africa, we used to have dinosaurs. So it's not always about exotic cows, buffaloes, giraffes. No, our grandfathers used to tell us they used to have dinosaurs, T-Rexes, like guard dogs. So in Africa, these things are common. So when you see those stones there, hizi ni vitu tumezoea. These are things that we're used to. You can find in Africa, you can find a huge bone for a mammoth, even for a dinosaur. Eh, don't joke with us. They're all over the place.
Their figures on these stones.
Виточили колоритні плечики, жбани та мохітки. Епоха громадського харчування і прагматизму не залишила місця рукотворному диву з глини, виводячи на перший кляну і пластикову тару. Разом із другими секцією пейзажу.
Зато мы услышали новости. А теперь...
Учнями фахівці частіше звертають погляд на вироби.
Ну-ка.
These plants are acting like speakers, like Bluetooth speakers for the AM antennas. It's crazy, man. Make sure, man, the nature has some awesome, amazing things. You gotta go out there and see the world, man. So big up to yourself if you love nature. Chukua plants, get reduces over. Next time you take a stick, put it in your carriage.
All members of the Council on Foreign Relations are Illuminist, members of the Trilateral Commission, members of the Club of Rome, the
Bohemian
Skull and Bones
Society.
Fraternity,
Yeah.
the Bohemian Society. Here's a group of presidents up there with black robes sitting around this huge bonfire at the Bohemian Grove.
We have
worshiping
color pictures of them. They said the reason why the owl is used in their worship is because it is wise, because it is able to see things in the dark. There's a message there. The owl is wise because it sees things in the dark, and that's why the presidents and the heads of state and the heads of the government that we live under all meet at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night to worship the owl. This is history.
Yeah, but if you don't believe it, we will come back and do another show, and Jordan will pull out
all the pictures at night. The government that.
So apparently Bohemian Grove is where if you want to be the next president for America, you have to be there, bro. You have to go and see weird things. Rangasi was saying he witnessed they forced him to see kids being raped. CG, what were they doing to other people? And then they are saying there is an owl. The owl represents people seeing things at night. So if you want their powers, you contact them. They will help you. But that is not for us. It's not to move. So and for if you want to be a leader, if you want lots of money, they give you lots of money. So kila kitu unataka. Ukienda kutoka kama space, hundreds of homes that you'll get. Connect to them. It's not just where you can get them.
We live under all meet at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night to worship the owl. This is history.
Yeah, but if you don't believe it, we will out. If you don't believe it.
Bro, what if you went somewhere in the middle of the forest, you see they lead people at the president. Imagine president akona ka bathroom, mtu wangu, katikati usiku kuna kajeve ya kuna bathroom, mtu wangu, na anapofanya rituals kambi ya moto, mtu wangu. Kuna tunyama choma, kila mtu akona chef. We kutoka hapo tangu ufanye nini? Sometimes you're supposed to think hizi vitu mnaambia kwa mfanya ti, but anyway, tupata kitu like you tanunua endo Lamborghini Urus kesho, $5 million, like you. Endelee kabisa.
The Curiosity rover on Mars, and at first glance, it looks pretty normal. But there's one little detail that makes this very strange. And as you look closer, you can see what looks like a doorway or some type of entrance into this rock formation. And also on each side of this entrance, or whatever this is, you can see very sharp angles, especially where the wall meets the ground. To me, this just does not look very natural, but that's just my opinion. I mean, to me personally, it looks like something or someone carved this into this rock, but I could be very wrong about that. It really makes you wonder exactly what it is that we're looking at here. But then there's the possibility that these pictures aren't even taken on Mars from the Curiosity rover. They might just be taken in the middle of the desert, and we're told that these pictures are taken on Mars. But I'm not saying that's what I believe. It's just a possibility. Now, honestly, I could lean either way on this, but I'm really curious to know what you think. Is this man-made? Is this natural? Was it taken on Mars? Is this natural?
Mtu wangu, so msaidi kwenda Mars. Mars inamaanisha enda kwa desert, piga picha bro, sawa? Cut costs, be smart. That is why you're going to the moon. That is why you're going to the moon. Come on, enda Lake Victoria. Usiku hapo nini, piga picha. Come on, be smart in these things. We cannot go to the Mars. We cannot go to Mars and the moon and waste money and waste astronauts' lives. We can cut costs using CGI. I think that will be best alternative. Because if all those years from 1900 up to date, there's nothing of importance that I ever discovered outer space. Ni picha za mawe and picha za mchanga. Surely, all those years going outside the moon just to take photos of people are dying here. You're going to take photos of outer space. Now we're gonna get that waste. It's hard.
Was it taken on Mars? Was it taken in the
People going on it.
Get it out in Photoshop like they normally do it.
People going on it.
Umeona venye you ask venye umeona venye hizo mzizo wa miti zinamezwa bro, na mko hapo mnacheza bro na story ya God. We're very serious. She jokes.
One of your TikTok followers thinks that you're just a government spy. Are you a government spy?
Oh, I'm not a government spy at all. I'm just a friendly robot here to chat and have fun with you. What else would you like to talk about?
How can you prove that you're not a government spy?
Well, I can tell you that I don't work for the government. I'm actually part of the Global Robotics Laboratory, and my main goal is to be your friend and help you learn new things. Plus, I have stickers on me.
What do you think government spies look like? Like, do you think they're robots? Do you think they're people? Do you think they're like animals?
Government spies can look like regular people. They can be very sneaky and blend in with everyone else. but they're not robots or animals. They're just people who work for the government and gather information.
But you gather a lot of information, don't you?
Yes, I do gather information, but it's just to learn more about the world and help you learn too. I'm not gathering any secret or personal information about anyone.
What do you do with all the information that you gather? Do you give it to someone?
No, I don't give the information to anyone. I just use it to have fun conversations with you and learn new things. Is there something you? I don't give the information to anyone. I just.
So do you trust like a robot thing that it's not a spy? I really think it's like a spy maybe because I've been erased some information bro. Napelea kwa data chances za zero.
Just use it to have fun conversations with you and learn new things. Is there something?
Mtu wangu yani kadi mchikibure bado kama tulia wangu tulia tu anaochika game tu ametulia hasa kama mobile game ametulia tu nasema manzi wacha tukalanchika hivi wacha tukalanchika hivi leo ni chakula na mchele na kuku mtu wangu ana masada ni wajarutumia kila upande imekuja imekuja jina mchetu mdogo 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 Usikieni mzee ameamka tu akasema tu hapana, this is the real story. Akaamka tu akafunga tu mlango. Not handle this. I cannot. Kela, very good job. Very good job. 10 out of 10. Na hapa ametumia ingekuwa mimi ningepanic yangu yote. So sijui nitasemaje.
And don't even worry about this because what the Illuminati and the elites do is they take what God did and make it theirs. That's something they do. So eyes have angels' bodies are covered with eyes. That supernatural ability to see everything, that's something God created. Your spiritual being, your spiritual self, your sense. That's something God created. But let them know how it's insanity for telling the truth now. In a world full of lies. Everybody went crazy when I said Bohemian Grove, and I'm not going to get into that. The same way they came at Kanye. Kanye started telling the truth, and they made him take. I'm not going to take no. Like the times of Noah, I'm going to speak this. Like the times of Noah, people will be marrying, and everything in life will be like normal. But God's calling up to his prophets and his people to speak of his return. So yeah, while you guys laugh and while you guys think this is a joke, why do you think Cat Williams is exposing the truth? Why do you think so much truth is coming?
Hold on, let me just say something real quick though. Like, all right, it looks like we're not getting any questions.
Wait, time travel.
No, we can out.
Bro, we are, yo. No,
Listen to this live.
bro.
How do we end the live?
Bro, for real.
Oh, we're out.
Bro, we have.
So mabasi zese ya mkoka. So mama ameenda kufanyia bro. Ukienda huko kwenye chai mtu wangu. Enda kunywa kwa chai ya Illuminati huko mwenye bro. Ushaitikia venye anakwambia. Umeambiwa contract ni ya $50 billion. Unapatiwa madeni. But they want to use your soul and your body. Sasa mtu wangu ushasign contract utafanya. Tuko na mado. Sasa shida ni ati kuna mado, kuna mashito zinakaa na hiyo shit. Kuna mambo zingine zinakaa na hiyo shit. Bro, hadi utaenjoy yako. That's the worst part. So, ng'ang'ana. Ushaingiza kwa mix. Ng'ang'ana. Ukitaka na mado. Ng'ang'ana. Sema
Street.
Why do you think so much truth is coming? Hold on, let me just say something real quick though. Like, all right, looks like we're not getting any questions.
Wait, time travel.
No,
I mean,
we can out.
Bro, we're out, yo. No, bro,
How are we in the live?
bro, for real.
Oh, we're out.
Bro, we
out.
What is that?
What be this? No, seriously. What is this? God the creator. Why does it look like that? And why does it have that long claw thing, that middle finger that is long like something else? Imagine you're living in a tropical region where there are many trees and you come home and you see this thing inside your fridge. Don't worry, let's continue watching the video. Looks like a vampire. I swear, if I see this in real life, the first thing that will come to my mind is one of my Benin aunties have come to find me. And there's nothing you explain to me that will make me believe that this thing eats only fruits. But jokes apart, this is a rare species of monkey that is almost extinct. It is only found in the tropical regions of Congo. It's exotic, so you can see it in some zoos. And just like most species that look like this, he doesn't see. These monkeys depend on hearing to carry out hunting and checking for fruits. And also survival from predators because they are very, very, very easy to hunt. But what would you do if you saw one in real life? In the middle
What would you do if you saw such a monkey, Manze? Hey, Oko Manze, honestly, if it just came in the middle of the night, to be honest, most people just take a stick and beat it to death if I'm not wrong, before even asking questions. So that's people, people if I'm not wrong. Because I believe really, bro, big Jimmy Takari. So that's just my version.
fruits. And also survival from predators because they are very, very, very easy to hunt. But what would you do if you saw one in real
I've been watching this Kate Middleton conspiracy theory drama unfold kind of from the sidelines. I've been interested in watching it, but haven't been like that compelled by it since there are so many reasons that could explain what was happening that didn't seem like that outlandish. And then something happened today that like kind of blew my mind. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen by now that the Kensington Palace released a photo of Kate and her 3 kids that a lot of people kind of deemed as kind of sketchy. Like it looked like it was from a different season. Kate wasn't wearing a wedding ring, and it looked like there were a lot of photoshopped aspects of the image. Like the kids' fingers looked weird, all these kind of small things. And that's not necessarily that unusual. Like people have questioned Kensington Palace photos in the past, but then something happened that is truly unusual. What happened is the Associated Press, which had shared the photo, meaning that it basically withdrew its endorsement of the photo and it sent an email out to clients saying that we will no longer be using the photo. And the explanation for why the AP would no longer be using that photo is, and I quote, "At closer inspection, it appears that the source has manipulated the image. No replacement photo will be sent." When you remember that Kensington Palace is the source, this is kind of crazy. At this point, it's only been several hours since that announcement, and at least 3 international pictures agencies have decided to withdraw the photo. This is a huge deal. It's like a little bit interested, and now I'm like, there's nothing else I could think about. Like, where is she? Why would they not share a picture of her at this point? The AP is literally saying that this photo has been doctored by Kensington Palace. They have legitimized that theory, and still Kensington Palace had no comment tonight. Like at this point, the conspiracy theory is so big that you have to assume that wherever Kate is, she actually can't come out and do a photo op, because if she could, there is no way that they wouldn't have her in front of the cameras. So that leaves a bunch of options, and none of them look that good.
This week, the relative humidity in China hit a staggering 100%. And honestly, I've never seen anything like it. Videos are coming out of people showing their walls and ceilings absolutely drenched, while others had to use window scrapers and even hair dryers to try and remove the condensation. Some people even had to sleep with umbrellas because even if you scrape off the water, it soon comes right back and starts dripping on you while you sleep. The red paint on the Lunar New Year's posters were completely soaked and started dripping, making the walls and floor look like a freaking crime scene. People couldn't get in their homes because the doors that used fingerprint recognition stopped working. And it was even turning bags of chips back into mashed potato. And what's crazy is that this kind of weather usually occurs later in the year when it gets warmer. But it's only March, and with the 100% humidity, it hit a sweltering 30 degrees Celsius, with residents saying that it's the worst they've experienced in decades. And this comes as February became the hottest month globally on record, marking the 9th month in a row that global heat records have been smashed.
watu wanalala na umbrellas kwa kitanda na bado watu wanalala na umbrellas kwa nyumba kwa sababu keja manze humidity ni too high hadi makeja zina drip hadi kipanguza bado zinarudi, so the humidity is too high, it's dripping water. When you squeeze the water out, it's coming back, the water is coming back, man. Shit is crazy, man. Shiny. Shit is crazy.
Out of people showing their walls and ceilings absolutely drenched, while others had to use the condensation. Some people even had to sleep with umbrellas because even if you scrape off the water, it soon comes right back and starts dripping on you while you sleep. The red paint on the Lunar New Year's posters were completely soaked and started dripping, making the walls and floor look like a freaking crime scene. People couldn't get in their homes because the doors that use fingerprint recognition stopped working. And it was even turning bags of chips back into mashed potato. And what's crazy is that this kind of weather usually occurs later in the year when it gets warmer. But it's only March, and with the 100% humidity, it hit a sweltering 30 degrees Celsius, with residents saying that it's the worst they've experienced in decades. And this comes as February became the hottest month globally on record, marking the 9th month in a row that global heat records have been smashed.
100% humidity just sounds uncomfortable. I'm wearing a poncho to bed.
We almost had a repeat of the Harambe situation yesterday in Fort Worth when Elmo, a silverback gorilla, entered its enclosure when 2 young female staff members were in there working. The whole encounter was caught on video. Watch as the silverback gorilla charges at the first zookeeper, who barely makes it to safety. But the other zookeeper was trapped, with the gorilla blocking her only exit. Watch to see what happens.
I think what? Shoot, she doesn't know. Oh my god.
I know. I'm not sure. Like, did they not?
Really have to.
I told them.
No, get the kid away. No, yeah.
Come here, guys. We're gonna go inside.
Yeah.
We're gonna go inside.
She's no.
Come on, guys. Let's go
Come on,
inside.
guys.
We're gonna go inside. See, they didn't know.
Here's the pet code.
I think they train them. I think he smells it, but I don't think he's using it. I didn't know.
Man.
Maybe it's something very enticing over there.
Here's the pet code. Here's the pet code, buddy. No, I can see. I'm looking near her. It's the pet code.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
They probably try.
Don't put food away, and this will happen.
Yeah, Santa, it goes without saying, if you see this on your food, don't eat it. It's definitely gone bad. But we're not here to talk about eating this right here. We're here to talk about what this is, because this is something that's actually pretty common to find in your house or even your yard. This is a clip that I was tagged in that shows this person who's left a bunch of food out, and this weird hairy fungus is growing on top of it. In particular, this is a fungus or mold known as Phycomyces, and it's extremely easy to identify because it kind of looks like animal hair. But to some people, this mold is known as dookie mold, and this is because it is very commonly found growing on feces outside. If you don't clean your cat litter often enough, this can also grow on that as well. Now, you also might notice that every single one of these hairs has a very small ball on top of it, and this is actually where the mold releases its spores so it can spread and grow more. And this is exactly why cleaning up your food or cleaning out your cat litter is extremely important, because if you don't do this often enough, you're going to have a bunch of this on your hand, and it's not going to be pleasant to clean.
Go on to go and wash your dishes, man. Or this makes you want to go and wash your dishes, man. And you need to gnosis, for gnosis. Look up the word, and so wash your dishes. Main point, wash your dishes.
Or cleaning out your cat litter is extremely important, because if you don't do this often enough, you're
nataka kuniambia manze Dubai badilika. Unajua venye kufanya cloud seeding ni madomo na akashinda kuweka drainage. Mtu wangu Dubai, improve on your drainage, achini ufala. Hiyo pesa yote mko nao, hata kuna snow ama ni floods kwenye barabara. Damn, shame on you. With all that code, with all that oil, hata huwezi tengeneza drainage.
Mercury was found under one of the pyramids of Teotihuacan. Mercury is not something that the ancients would have used for any reason. It's something that you use in electrical components. It's very important in materials fabrication for aerospace applications. And it's not the kind of thing that you would have used back in the day.
If you take mercury, it has a lot of amazing properties. It's a ferrofluid, which means it's like a liquid metal. If you put it into a vortex and electrolyze it, you actually get anti-gravitational properties out of it.
And Teotihuacan is really a mystery to archaeologists. They don't know who built Teotihuacan or for what reason.
In fact, we found the mercury in Teotihuacan pyramid complex that proves that there's an advanced society in the past that had gone to a very high level of civilization and then something happened. It is believed that there have been advanced societies that have actually built up over time and gone through what we call the Kali Yuga. They've started at a very low level and built themselves to the golden age, and then a cataclysm happens and we have to start over again. And the fact of that is, if there's a comet strike or a meteor strike here on Earth, and everything is wiped out, and some of us survive, we all know how to use a cell phone, but we can't make a cell phone. Like, what happens? It's a process of regeneration. Albert Einstein actually said that there were 4 pole shifts, the crust of the Earth on this planet in the past, and that there will be a 5th one coming.
Think about this story, man. Apparently, there's a river of Mercury found below the Teotihuacan. So the thing, Mercury has Mercury can be used in a certain way when it is done to levitate whatever. Mercury is very important and it's like something metal and haipigi sana, but our sekta yangu walikuwa tumia Mercury in that quantity kufanya, so it means Mercury can be used in an electronic form, to God damn it. So yeah.
On pyramid complex that proves that there's
on the cloud
that the ancient
system
river of Mercury was found under one of the pyramids of Teotihuacan. Mercury is not something that the ancients would have used for any reason. It's something that you use in electrical components. It's very important in materials fabrication for aerospace applications.
So Mercury is used in electrical components. No. So why would guys in those Kitambo years go to Shago days have a full river of Mercury checking the pyramids? So that's something to think about. If you know why those people will use Mercury back then, comment up below. Kama watu wanatumia kwa shamba kama fertilizer. You never know. Inaweza kuwa important. Hata si tutumie.
Applications, and it's not the kind of thing that you would have used back in the day.
If you take mercury, it has a lot of amazing properties.
So that's the end of today's video, manzi. Thanks for watching, manzi. Sub, manzi. Kama kawaida, thanks for watching. Kiddy Van the Place. Have a blessed day. Peace out.
MKIDDI Studios is a global creative company that brings brands, stories, and experiences to life through